Well, g'day and thanks for watching. Well, I don't have a gig this week, so I've got time to do a review on the soundking speakers. Now, I've had these since December, so it's been a good 4 or 5 months. So they've had a pretty good workout. I know exactly what they're capable of. So we'll talk about that later, but first, let's have a close look at the speaker and the subwoofer, and I'll show you some of the features that it's got. Just a quick tip when buying speakers, the sound does not come out of the badge. So no matter what the badge says, when you're buying speakers, take your own CDs in and have a listen to them. That's the best way to find out whether a speaker is good for you. Alright, so we've got an in and an out. Obviously the input socket is electronically balanced. You can plug a microphone directly into that, or you come out of your mixer and it goes into the in socket. The out socket, you would use that for multiple hookups. You know, if you've got more than 2 speakers, you can use the out. Okay, so you've got a line and a mic button. If you're just using a mic, something that's not pre-amplified, like the mic, obviously you would select mic. If you're using something that's pre-amplified, like coming out of a mixer, you're obviously going to use line. That's what that's for. Now this has got a gain and a volume dial. This is the first time I've seen this on a speaker. None of the others that I've had have had it. And basically the way I understand it is that one is adjust the level before the amplification and one is after amplification. In other words, I adjust the gain and it increases what's going into the speaker. And the volume, turn the dial, and that is what increases what's coming out of the speaker. After it's been amplified, it comes out. So that's the gain and the volume knob. Alright, so on here you've got basically a 3-band equalizer. You've got your highs, your mids and your lows. Now these are post gain, so if you boost any of these, it can cause it to clip. So if you're having problems with that, obviously then you would just adjust the gain if you're clipping after you're boosting all this sort of stuff. But I pretty much run these flat. And here's another little thing that I haven't seen on anything else before. It's a ground and a lift button. Ooh, what does that do? Well, what it does, it basically, if you're getting a bit of a hum, the ground loop noise coming through your speakers, you basically turn that on and it breaks the ground loop, which is often the cause of the interference. So if you're getting any hum, you just press that and hopefully it disconnects the ground and should get rid of any humming sound. Okay, the AASS system. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I'm pretty sure I know what it does. It's there to basically protect the transducers from excessive tension. So if you're pushing it too hard, these little red lights are going to start blinking. And basically what that means is the AASS system has intervened and is reducing the amount of signal within acceptable limits. So it's there to protect your speakers. So it's pretty hard to blow speakers up these days unless you're absolutely going nuts. Alright, so that's your speaker. We'll have a look at the subwoofer in a second. First, I do want to say that these are a budget speaker, okay? I know they're not the best speakers in the world, but for the price, they are excellent value and they do exactly what I want them to do. So, you know, what was it, last year or the year before, I did a review on Skytech speakers and I said to everybody then, why don't you put a comment down below and tell me what you're using? And you know, out of all those comments, I don't think two people are using exactly the same systems in the whole world. So everyone's got their own little opinion on what they want out of a speaker and what they're going to use them for. Me, I'm an average DJ. I do parties with 80 to maybe 200 people, and these things do the job easily. I reckon I could do functions with maybe 250, 300 people. Easy, not a problem in the world. Alright, there's not a lot of difference to the subwoofer. Well, I suppose there is in a way. All it does have is the volume control. It doesn't have a 3-band equalizer, obviously it doesn't need it. So you've got your volume control, it's got its own AASS system if you're pushing it too hard. It does have its ground lift button. A new thing that I've found on these speakers that I didn't have on the last speakers is the HP filter out and just your standard in and out. Basically, when you're hooking these up, you should be coming out of your mixer into the subwoofer, channel right, channel left, and then you're coming out of the HP filter and into your satellite speakers. HP filtered out, that there basically has cut out your bass really. So because you don't need your bass going into your satellites because it's coming out of here. So the other one there, the other out, you could use, I suppose if you want to hook up more speakers from there or another subwoofer, that sort of thing. So that's the back of the subwoofer. 600 watt, 15-inch subwoofer. I think that's pretty much the standard with all of them. And the 12-inch speakers, there it is there. There's your stats. Now, I'm not a big one for stats, you know. I don't look at what frequencies these things are pushing out compared to the next speaker. To me, it's just about the sound, you know. Take your own CD into a shop and try it in different speakers and see if you get the sound that you want out of it. Don't look at the badge. If you get a decent sound out of a cheap speaker, hey, just get it, you know. That's my advice. Not everybody can afford. Well, look around here, if you want a decent speaker, you're looking at 1,500 bucks. That's each, you know. Each speaker, 1,500 bucks. So $3,000 for some satellites and probably another 1,500, $2,000 for a subwoofer. So obviously I'd love to spend that sort of money on a really good set of speakers, but I don't have it, and these do just fine. Now, the only negative thing that I can come up with in these is the subwoofer. It's probably lacking a little tiny bit of punch. Like in the past, I have turned the volume up to try and get more bass, and it started peaking. But that was at, you know, in a pretty large hall. So I'm thinking that I may need another subwoofer. Subwoofers around here, you can pick them up for about 600 bucks. So, I mean, that's just a maybe, you know. If I start to get a lot of big weddings and big parties, well then I'll get one. But at the moment, I'm just sort of debating on whether I should or shouldn't. So it's not a system that you're going to buy if you're doing high school functions with 400, 500, 600 kids in a massive high school hall. Average party DJ like me, like I say, fits my style perfectly. So I don't know a lot. Don't take everything as gospel. It's just my opinion and my opinion only. You make up your own opinion. Now I'm going to do the same thing as I did in the Skytech video. I really would appreciate everyone just putting a really short comment down below on what speaker system they are using. Because what I want then is, if you are shopping for a new set of speakers, you can have a look at the comments down below and hopefully find somebody that is using the speakers that you're thinking about getting. And then you can get in touch with that person and have a conversation with that person who owns those speakers that you're thinking of buying. So, you know, that's what I think this YouTube DJ community is all about. So, get involved, join in, practice and enjoy.